all the time.
Joyce looks best when she's giving announcements and she's really doing what she loves to do.
When he's playing basketball, of course. You see him take that jumper for the three, his shirt lifts up. Oh, it's beautiful.
When he wears his gray Tyler shirt, because I feel like it really forms his figure really well.
I would say Chowan reminds me of Debbie because they both are on Pace Team and they both sing well.
He reminds me of Michael Chang, but everybody knows that because he's like silly and they both are silly. I don't know.
He reminds me of Sam.
Probably 2 or 3.
2. I think he'll have 3 kids. 1, because she's gonna get so stressed out about her 1 kid and not having any more.
Snorlax because his head is really round.
She reminds me of like a Chansey. I don't know, I just think of like a mom nurse kind of figure.
I think David reminds me of probably a Pidgey.
A Squirtle.
Hitmonlee, like Kevin Lee, you know?
It doesn't annoy me, but it makes me laugh. Like her laugh.
Like, he like grabs me when I'm sore. Like after I work out, I'll be like, I just worked out, and then like grab my arm because he knows it hurts.
Yeah, it's so like she always does this.
Sleeping Beauty because apparently he sleeps a lot and he's beautiful.
Snow White. Nina reminds me of Rapunzel from Tangled.
Snow White.
Either Belle or Snow White because they're both really calm and I think they affect people really well with their kindness.
Work out your biceps. You gotta be like your daddy.
You're super lucky to have a mom that everybody else wants to have as a teacher.
Watch out for major PDA because her and Anthony tried to bullboard in front of me in the car once. It was gross.
Because of the Lord, great love, we are not consumed, for his compassion never fail. They are new every morning, great is your faithfulness. Lamentation, chapter 3, 22nd and 23rd verses.
A dog because or a puppy because he sounds like a puppy when he barks.
I would probably say teddy bear because she's really like loving and that's why she's gonna be a teacher. She's gonna be a great teacher, and she's just really good at working with other people and being nice and loving.
A squirrel. Cause like whenever I see him, he's always like running around from place to place, like super like trying to act all cool and busy, and so it's like a squirrel.
Well, Jen, I would say not to let her go, cause she'll be your sugar mama.
I would say just laugh at his jokes, even if they're not funny. Just always smile too. That'll make him really happy.
I would tell him that he is a very lucky man and for him to get ready for a very adventurous life because she is very full of life.
I don't know. That's pretty good.
Oh, hi. Working on my thesis.
Yeah, like I had this for lunch. Anthony always like does this. Yeah.
House.
Off the top of my head, I would say Angelina Jolie because she's just really confident and she carries herself really well, and she just reminds me of someone like Angelina Jolie because she's just independent, and a strong woman.
Cameron Diaz, Bonsai, because she's hot, stylish, and kind of cray.
The smell of you in every single dream I dream. I knew.
She reminds me of the color yellow because she is always so happy and bright, and she brightens up your day. And also she's Asian.
Kevin reminds me of Yellow because he's so bright. And he's always really sunny and bright. I'm never mad about anything.
Probably Orange. He's always wearing that orange shirt when we play basketball. Yeah, orange, burnt orange.
Business, because she's very like straightforward. She's a great leader. She's a great speaker, and I feel like she would just be really good with like people and working with money and doing that.
I think Nina would be anything that involved being an encourager, so probably within the communication school.
I think he would be in nutrition.
I think music major because she sings so well.
Sexy.
If Tim was stranded on an island, he would take a 노래방 remote control, 노래방 tambourine, and a 노래방 microphone.
He would take Anthony, her lab coat, and a Bible.
Hairbrush, teacher's apple, teacher's clothes. I definitely think he's blood type B. He's a bad boy. Got some of that.
I think Joyce has a blood type A.
A blood type.
Oh, because she's so generous that she can give blood to everyone.
I met Toan in El Paso at my church when she came to America.
Where I met Victor was at the first small group meeting we had at the beginning of fall semester.
I met him at my sister's place last spring. I had no idea who it was, and I was just, who is this guy holding on to my sister? But, yeah.
I met him at ACF when Jesse first took me there. So I guess like last semester, like beginning of last semester.
Spunky, loud, and Chinese.
Girly, sleepy, and shopping.
First word, kindness. Second word, lovely. Third word will be dedicate.
The coolest guy.
I thought he was the pastor.
I thought Mina was a really nice and cute Bobby girl.
I thought he was really good looking.
Wow, he's so cool.
My favorite quality about Joyce is that she has a great ability to motivate others to get involved.
Physically is her eyes when she smiles, and then not physically is she's super nice and caring about her kids at school.
My favorite quality about her is she has really warm heart that makes me really feel comfortable and really want to talk with her.
My favorite quality about Kevin is he's always willing to help, and he never says no whenever I ask him anything.
5 years, I guess he'll be doing his living his own life in keeping the world a dynamic and happy place.
Cameron Diaz in Bad Teacher.
I think she'll be working as a doctor.
I'm sure she'll be a successful businesswoman, but I think she'll be making an impact on everyone with her gentle spirit.
Graduated doing computer science somewhere.
Mini golfing, because we decided to go mini golfing, but we never went, so I guess that would be one thing I didn't get to do with him.
Dee and I used to go out to dinner before ACF, and we always talked about doing that again, so that's probably one thing that we haven't been able to do after we did it the first time, so dinner, yeah.
One thing I didn't have a chance to do with Victor was play sports with him.
I didn't get to have our one-on-one rematch in basketball.
You know exactly what you do, baby. Don't pretend that you don't know it's true.
Because of everything she's accomplished, all the med schools she's gotten into, and hopefully I'll see you there in 2 years.
Even though I was a total brat when we first met, she took such good care of me freshman year, and I want to be just like her within half.
You're every word, you're everything.
Don't ever lose faith in yourself because there are a lot of people that look up to you.
Just stay motivated. You know, I feel like when it comes to school, you can try harder because I know you can do better.
I know that MPA program is really hard and that it might be difficult having to stay an extra year to finish and get your master's, but I think that what you're doing is really great and that it'll all pay off in the end, so just keep working hard and I wish the best of luck to you.
Joseph, I encourage you to have a wonderful rest of your life.
Say Kevin.
Jin is the worst driver.
Jin?
Christy.
Grace. Christy.
Grace Kong.
Grace Kong.
Grace Kong.
Grace?
Grace Kong.
Grace.
Christy's the worst driver.
Christy?
Ji Kong.
Ji Kong.
Grace Kong.
Grace Kong. Sure.
Oh, Kevin.
Christy.
Kevin? Is that weird?
Victor's with his abs.
Probably Kevin after he did all that P90.
Victor.
Victor.
David Cho.
Tim. D.
D.
Manju.
Joyce.
D.
Grace Kong.
Joyce, because she has a pretty smile.
I know, because that's the right answer.
Kevin.
Grace Kong.
D.
Grace Kong?
June could possibly be.
Christy will be, because her and Anthony will be balling.
Victor.
Victor.
Grace.
Victor.
Victor.
Chaewon.
Ji Kong.
Christy.
Tim. Kim.
Oh, Victor.
Victor.
Probably Joseph.
David Cho.
Victor's pretty immature.
Kevin is.
David Cho.
Timothy.
David Cho.
Probably D.
David Cho.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Jin.
Victor.
David. Victor.
Victor.
The groupie. Jin, Victor, Joseph, and Kevin.